Hi, I'm Sam, and this is my 3 months update using Amazon KDP for the very first time in 2025. If you've been following along my journey, you'll see the results thus far. But this is the 3rd month and I can't wait to share it with you. So, I don't know about you, but I really do enjoy when I'm looking at a video and a creator is speaking about a product. I like to see that product. Some of you don't like this segment of the videos where I show the books that I've created, but I'm still gonna do it, okay? So by now, you guys already know that my maximum amount of books that I can create per month is around 5 or 6, and this month I've created 5 books. So starting off, I created 2 low content books or medium content. I think they're low content books because they are planners. First one is an academic planner and the second one is a social media planner. If I'm completely honest, this was a sort of spur of the moment creation, idea, concept that I just produced and published. It took me around 2 to 3 days to do these 2 planners, and they're not poorly done by any means, but they were a bit unplanned. One thing I will say about Amazon KDP is I do not like creating planners using Amazon KDP because if you've ever bought a planner, you get to have these nice side tabs, you get to have bookmarks, rulers, additional pockets, all of that good stuff. And if you're a planner person, you're not going to enjoy KDP's quality. So I never really wanted to dabble into planners, but I figured an academic planner and a social media planner wasn't a bad way to go. Creating these planners were pretty simple, straightforward, and done quickly. However, I kept running into a problem when it came to actually publishing it on Amazon. For some reason, I don't know, but it kept going into drafts and I received emails with not a specific problem to fix. So it left me a bit confused. I had to take the initiative to go over each of the planners and figure out like where did I go wrong, what was the issue. And it wasn't with the manuscript or the cover or anything like that. My issue was more so the title. I believe I was using copyrighted terms, which I was not familiar with because it's a generalized term that I thought was perfectly fine, but apparently it was not. However, I had to change the title or the subtitle, I can't remember specifically, but after that issue was resolved, it was fine to be published. The 2 other books that I created fell into the high content category. Now they're not super high content, but they are around 100 pages each, around there, give or take. So they still fell into the high content category. So the 2 books are centered around motherhood and childcare, so to say. The first one is a productive stay-at-home mom, and it's sort of not really a guide, but it's a motivational book where you as a stay-at-home mom can find time for yourself despite being at home with your infant or toddler constantly. And the second is titled The First Year. This goes through the milestones and changes for both baby and mom in the first year of baby's life. So for high content books, the only issue that I ran into was formatting, making sure everything was perfect, because there's different formats for the paperback versus the ebook. So I actually do still need to edit that ebook manuscript only because it's not perfect to my liking. However, that's the only issue that I have. High content books, pretty simple, it just takes a lot of time. And lastly, my 5th book for the month of April is actually titled Beneath the Temptation, and it is a novella. It's around 120 pages and it's pretty short. It's a pretty short story. But yeah, why I actually wanted to work on a novella and publish a novella is because I'm actually working on a novel, a fiction novel. To be specific, a dark romance novel, okay? But I wanted to sort of test the waters using this novella, seeing whether or not it has any traction, at least for me, for someone who doesn't have a name or an author profile, so to say, as yet. I just wanted to see how well the novella actually performed on Amazon, so I guess we'll see that next month. Yeah, it just got published today, okay? There's nothing I can do about that. So for the moment you've all been waiting for, let's get into the report. Okay, so let's head over to the reports tab on my dashboard now. I can't see what you see at the moment, but it should be on the screen over here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I see $2.70. Okay, $2.70 is still better than $0.00. Don't come for me. Okay, I made 2 sales on 1 book, so 2 units of the same book. And I believe it came from the same customer. I could be wrong, but it was around the same date and time, and it's from the United States. So if you are watching this, customer and also viewer and supporter of my YouTube channel, thank you so much. Much love and respect. Now, what's the thing everyone likes to see? For the sake of unhealthy competition, I'm not going to share the book. Yeah, we don't do that over here, okay? This is exactly the product that got sold. Ta-da! It's a social media planner. Now, I really like planners in general. Like, I am a planner girl, okay? Even if I don't use it, I buy it. But I really don't like Amazon's quality with planners, so I need to figure that out to make it a lot more efficient, especially if it's something that I want to delve deeper into for the upcoming months. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Just a quick side note before we end this video. I have been reading your comments and taking all your ideas and suggestions into consideration. This has been like my genuine experience with KDP, and I don't want to come across as pretentious in any way whatsoever. Some persons prefer quantity over quality. Totally fine. Also have no issues with AI generated content. That's just not me. However, I can't promise you guys that I'm going to produce 100 low content books a month. Not everyone has the same amount of time. Not everyone has the same access to things that others may have. And I think you need to take that into consideration as well. So no hates to anyone who is also trying Amazon KDP and trying to develop an author platform or even a creator platform. Kudos to you for even trying, okay? Trying is the first step. Okay, so I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just gonna end it here. Remember to leave me a like if you enjoyed the content, subscribe if you want to continue along with my Amazon KDP journey, and leave me a comment. Let me know your own personal experiences, your own journey. I'm interested in reading and finding out more. And even let me know if you want to see other content from me. You know, you never know. You never know where the road could take you. Okay, bye!